Good afternoon, YouTube. The flexible solar panel came in. It's actually a couple days ahead of time, but it's the day after I had to put the racks on the roof of my truck. So I need to take this out and see if I got the measurements right. Seems to be packed pretty well. It's a thick foam padding on that one. Okay, yeah, there's the MC4 connectors. I think this is the top face. Oh, and it's got a foam backing on the bottom. Wow, they really packed that in there. Okay, there's the label. Yeah, 38 volts, 6.8 amps. So it's supposed to be a 200 watt panel. So I'm hoping this one actually checks out. So I want to check out the voltage because the panel I bought several years ago, it said 200 watts and it was supposed to be like a 30 volt type panel, but it only puts out about 20 volts and only put out about a little over 2 amps, not the full power. So I need to check this one out. Unfortunately, it's kind of cloudy today, but I should be able to at least get the open circuit voltage. So let's check that next. Okay, let's just check out a few things here. One is I want to check the width. Okay, that is what they listed online, 30.7. The other 200 watt panel I could find from Renogy is like 29 point something. What I did was set up the slots on my UniStrut. I centered them at about 29 inches for the center of the mounting holes, and I can slide them out about 3/4 of an inch, and I can slide them in about 3/4 of an inch. So this panel will be kind of slid out all the way. And then I figure if the Renogy panel will probably be slid in all the way. With these flexible panels, there's no real standard size with these. There's some that are almost square. They're like 45 by 40 inches. You have to be careful with these because a lot of them, you'll search for a 200 watt flexible panel and you'll get two 100 watt flexible panels in a package, and you'll look at the dimensions and it's like, oh wow, this is really small, but there's two of them, and basically that's as big as I can put on my roof of the 4Runner. I could go a little bit wider, but I'm basically limited to about 5 feet long. Okay, yeah, I moved the panel over where it gets a little bit more of the sun coming through the clouds, and we're up to 1.35 amps. So that's about 1/4 of the rated current. So yeah, let's take this out. We'll see how it fits on the UniStrut on top of the truck. Okay, looks like we got the right width here. I'm about as far out as I can go. I can probably go in just a little bit there. You can see I've got slotted holes in the UniStrut. And yeah, looks like it fits. We got plenty of length. And then yeah, cables, I'm going to run the cables underneath here, and then I'll have a jumper to go from MC4 over to my SAE connector, and that'll be underneath the panel, and then I'll have my piece of black angle going across there. The SAE connector will be stuck up under the panel, so it'll actually hold the panel up in the middle. Holes here that we'll pick up these bolts on each side, and then I cut away the front flange so it fits around the UniStrut here. I finally decided I would keep the hold down bolts in front of where the solar panel is, because that way I can remove the bolts at the front and at the rear and take the whole rack off without having to disconnect the solar panel. And then there's my bulkhead connector. You can see I have that on the inside of the angle, and then out of the front will just be the back of the connector and the cable, and I have a little bit of heat shrink on there for mainly for UV protection. So yeah, now all I have to do is make one for the back. I just have to make a notch. So I'll have to make a notch here to fit around the power connection there. So I'll go under the wires, and then probably what I'll do is cut a slot so I can feed the wires around and back in, find out where they want to go, and then I can make a slot in the bottom of the angle, so when I go around, then I feed the wires up this way. You can see I've got one here. So the wires reach about midway here, so then I've got to make an extension to reach up to that SAE connector that'll be underneath the solar panel. Okay, yeah, look at that. We got it all fit in there. I don't have anything tightened down, but yeah, the bulkhead connector fits in there. So the solar panel will plug in underneath there. And then here's my feed through wire. Probably get rid of this. This was for my old Garmin GPS. It's just magnetic mount. The wind coming over the panel will be deflected up instead of getting underneath, so that should help protect the canvas a little bit. But yeah, I think that'll work. So now I just have to make a similar piece of angle for the back, and then let's see, I got to build my jumper cable, and then I can screw down the side pieces, and yeah, we got a solar panel then. Yeah, so I think I might actually do the angle on the side. I think that looks really nice. Kind of hides the edge of the panel and it gives it a little protection. You're off-roading and you go under some tree branches, the corner will hit the plastic here. I'm short of the active part of the panel right there. Just short of that. So yeah, I think I will get some more angle and go down the sides. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when I get her all finished up here.